and welcome back to the videos, guys. God, I look tired today, really tired. Right, anyway, we're going to go over the rear and front suspension. I'm going to do the rears first because they are a bugger. As you can see, they're going to come off really easy, aren't they? They're going to come off really easy. So I reckon give myself 10 minutes and this will be all done. So just to make you aware, I've already done the other side. I did this with a drill and basically a cutting wheel. Let me find me bits. Anyway, this is the 17, and you also need to hold it here, which I'm going to do is I'm going to clean it up because I've got no penetrating fluid. I'm going to use one of these here and just to brush it up, basically, to try and knock any rust off. Is stiff. Shit me. Right. I don't think this is going to play. Started to round that already. Right, after pretty much destroying the bolt, I think it's starting to that's tightening it. It's the only way to do it, really, just to get it off. If you're going to do a suspension job, especially on this car, make sure you have the right tools, because this has took me probably about 3 hours. They were very rusty, so that is one of the things you need to take into consideration. I also didn't have any penetration fluid, so there's another downside. I really don't think penetration fluid would have helped. The tool probably would have helped more. Hit it off and let us unscrew it from here. Gonna put it down. This is what we've been driving around on. Very crusty. This is pretty much what I basically had to do with a bolt to get it off. Yeah. Okay, so for the people that are not aware, this is the suspension, the rear suspension, and the brand is Gaz. These are the Gaz rear coilovers. So I have put these in one box so you can see. I have done a review video. I'm trying to stabilize it. I have done a review video on these already, so if you've not checked that out, check it out. And there they are. Bob, there we are. They are adjustable. Let me try and get out of the wind. They are adjustable from here. You can just twist that knob there, and there's about 30 clicks, I think they said. So don't quote me, but I think these are polybush top mounts, and these don't drop it. Right, so I'm going to do now, I'm going to get my little helper to just film me while I put these together. So take that off, slide it in, I'm going to place that in there, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to fasten it up to make sure it's basically just snug. Like I'm not going to adjust it just yet. As you can see, that's the coils are. So you can see it is all locked in. The suspension goes in that way. So if you remember from one of the previous videos, I did say make sure that's facing out, and it gives you easy access to this as well. So what I'm going to do now, I'm just going to unscrew this, take them to her. I'm just going to hold on to them, and what I'm going to do now is I'm going to push these up into here. So Right, so obviously now, as you've just seen then, I have fastened it in. So like I said, as you can see now, I've fastened it in, it's been up, which I'll be doing that in a short while. As you can see, I have done both sides. Yeah, I didn't think you need to see both sides, that's why I did one. So what I'm going to do now is fasten this up, and then I'm going to pop it all back into place. Then pop the wheels back on. So I'm hoping you kind of don't need to see me fastening these up, but what I am going to use is I am going to use an adjustable, and I think this one here, this nut was a 16, sort of done like that. Let us ever see, I'm not sure. Come on, man. Yeah, is that not having it? Let me move it a bit closer. Sorry guys, I let the camera look. There we go. Let me have a look at this now. There's still a tad way to go, so I'm probably going to have to wind these in a bit. Let me have a look. If I have to wind it in, I'll wind it in, but bear with me. Look how low that's going to be. It's going to be quite low, that. I'm probably going to have to adjust it, but send it. Right, okay, so this was a bit of a tricky one here to get it back in. So what I did is I pulled this bolt out here until it was flush against that. Then I held my finger on it and then I screwed this one in, and that's how I got it in. Now they're both 17s. Get it 17, but they're both 17. So I'm just going to fasten them up now, because obviously one hand's quite hard. Once I've done the other side, I'm going to lower the vehicle, but obviously put the wheels on, lower the vehicle, torque it all up. I will put all the settings in one of the corners, you know, typical YouTuber thing, this one, it'll be somewhere, you know. And then from there, I'm not going to show it you because I'm going to put the wheels on, and I want the wheels to be a reveal as well. So you just have to trust me. Right, so there's just a few tips with this just before we actually start. And I recommend it, especially if you're not using impact wrenches, you know, impact guns, anything like that, and you're doing this pretty much like, you know, you see me being doing it. What you want to do is you want to loosen off this nut here, and this nut is it's a 30 mil, as you can see from there. It's 30 mil. So just loosen it off. You don't have to be all the way off. It doesn't have to be all the way off, but it should be off. Then you're also going to loosen off this nut here, which is a 19. This is all before you So this is all before you actually take it, jack the vehicle up. Sorry, as you can see, I've already done it. As you're doing that as well, what I want you to do is I just want you to loosen this off as well. So just loosen it off, and you do need a special tool for this one. Now I will show you the special tool in a second. I want it to go over all the bits of shit that, you know, people get stuck on. Now believe it or not, because this car has been stood for so long, the actual a lot of the bolts were seized on. So this job, which roughly should take about an hour, took me 4 hours just to get this suspension off. I absolutely ruined the track rod ends, so they've all been ordered and will be replaced. And again, it's a great way to get another video out. So I'm going to start to loosen the front wheels off, jack the vehicle up, and then I'll show you that tool while my little helper goes and gets it. Right, so basically, just before we start, this is the actual tool you're going to use. Now this one here is a 12.5 millimeter. Yeah, it's a 12.5. So what you're going to see me do now is you're going to see me undo the wheel nut, and then I'm going to undo the top mount as well. From there I'm going to jack the vehicle up. Right, so again, like I said, sitting on there, I've left my bigger sockets at home, so I'm just going to use this 8mm here. That just sits on top, and again, can we loosen it from here actually? Right, as you can see, it's loosey goosey. Right, that's all I need. I'm just going to leave the rest there as it doesn't need to be fully undone. You just need to loosen them off. That one tighter. You have to use your muscles now, aren't you?
Oh, God, stop.
Want me to show you a trick?
Yeah.
Watch your shins. Ready?
Yeah. Thanks, Dad.
Right, so as you can see, the wheel is off. So one of my jobs now is to take this off here, the track rod or the tie rod. Now it looks in decent condition. Just try and get it to zoom. But you know for a fact, as soon as I start undoing it, it's going to go all to hell. I'll just show you the springs and then the discs and pads. So this is going to be my first job, because this is what's going to probably take me the longest. Once you've done that, you're going to see if we can see that. I'm going to undo these here. So you've got anti-roll bar here, your steering arm, and it all attaches into here. But I will put you on a tripod in a second and we'll do this. Right, from looking at it, I don't think it's an Allen. So the time now is 10:05. Let's see how long it takes me, shall we? Right, we've got to that point now in this where, guess what? It's spinning. And as you can see, vice gripped it. Try it now, and I'll get back to you. But time wise now, it's 10:13, so it's took me roughly 11 minutes to get to there. So, and I'll go over why I use the spanner as well. It's so I can see it spinning, and that's why I didn't use a ratchet, because you just keep spinning and you're thinking, oh, I'm nearly there, and you're not, you're just spinning. So that's why I'm using a spanner. And the spanner were a 17. This is a 17. And what I've done here is, as you can see, I'm applying a bit of pressure on this. I'm using the other vice grips to spin it, to tighten it up, to apply more pressure. Yeah. But I think I'm going to have to cut it off. Doesn't matter anyway, because I do have a new one of these, which will be to be shown how to do in another video. You know, if it to be fair, if it comes to it, I'll take it off the body. I'll just take it off the body, and I'll just take it home and cut it off from there with an angle grinder. So there's no problems. I'll be honest, that's what I'm thinking about doing, is doing that actually. Save so much time and cutting. So I think I've just made my own mind up, that's what I'm going to do. Now I'm going to take the bottom, I'm going to take these off. I'm going to take the pinch bolts off. Alright darling, see you later. And we'll go from there. And just about we're here, it's quite an easy job to be fair. You just take it off from, let's see if I can get my hand in. There's a nut, if I can't, there's a nut there. Dead easy to get off. And I'll just, like I said, just take the full thing off. So let's take that off. Let's take the brakes off, and we'll hang the brakes. I'm gonna angle, and the reason is I don't care about the brake pipes because they're getting changed, so I'm not bothered. So you're gonna say to me, it's gonna stretch, so what, they're gonna get binned. Yeah, so let's do that. Right, from here we're gonna take off the I hope I can get into place. As you can see, this is how rusty it is, the whole car, especially underneath. So we're going to take off the bolts here. I am going to have to point it out for you because I can't get my bloody arm under. There's one there, one up there. Size wise, I think they're a 15 mil. But take them two off. Then we'll take this one off here, which I believe is a 19. We've got your pinch bolts there. I think they were 15, 17, 16, somewhere in that. I'll let you know as soon as I've started that. So that's the job now. So that's basically what I'm gonna do now. Is I'm gonna undo them. I'll undo them, then I'll undo that first. Right, this here is a 15, 1.5. Right, so I was really struggling getting the bolts off at the back here, so I've decided to take the caliper off first. Ideally I wanted to take it off in one unit, but it's not happening. So, and again, you can just see how rusty it is, can't you? It's not in a good state. The pads are not too bad though, if I'm honest. Judging from the other side though, there must have been a binding on the other side. There is a lip here, but again, it doesn't matter. They're getting changed. So as you can see, it is mega rusty. Well, this is the beauty of restoring cars, doing your bits on cars. You know, it is a labour of love, really. And again, it's my favourite car, so why not? Everything on here is going to get replaced anyway, so it's going to be shiny once it's done. Now let's get this other bit done. So basically now I've got to take that bolt off. Now I've got a bit more room. Right, so as you can probably gather, it is all rusty, so I'm going to start taking other bits off. I've just loosened the screw on the base, so I'm just going to take it off with that as well. As you can see, this is rusty. It doesn't really matter in a sense because I am going to replace it, but these bolts are really on, and I need to sort it. This one here, you can see that one's mega rusty as well. So I started this job around about 9:30, let's say, and it's already 10:50, and normally it should take you about an hour. If you've got impact stuff, bam, a bit done in an hour. But if you like me, let me just move that here. If you're like me and just got tools, hand tools, it's going to take your time, isn't it? So I'll keep you informed on the time and how long it's took me. You've seen how rusty this is. It is mega rusty. So right, let's get on with it, shall we? So 17mm for this one. Bash this out. So as I'm taking off the suspension, I'm also going to take off this as well, just to show you. These on the other side, there was pretty much rusted in. On this side, this is the better side, believe it or not. Whether you could have a better side, but this is it. 8mm. Right, so I'll just go over this thing quick. One here, one there. Right, so it's off. I did have to manhandle it in the end. As you can see, it's here. Here, 1 minute. There. The other bolt was there. Yeah, so I know this video is a bit of a mixed match, but I'm just going over everything I'm doing, just so you can see. If your car's very similar to mine, could have been stuck for a few years, you're going to come across these issues, and I just hope it helps you a little bit. You know, like I said, it's 11:05 now, so it's taken me 2 hours to get to this point. That's still not removed. Brake caliper's removed. That nut's been removed. This is all with hand tools as well. So if you had, I'm guessing if you had an impact, it'd be an hour's job. It'd be an hour's job. I'm not even mired about that. I'm not even mired about it. I could just cut it off, but I'll just take it with me and sort it out when I can get home and grind it off. Right. Cars. Right, because I'm having an issue actually removing the wishbone. I can't remember what it's called now, the wishbone. It's called something else on this one. I'm going to remove the wishbone from the body and then just beat it off later. Definitely going to beat it off later. I'm going to remove it later. Oh Jesus. so what I need to do now is remove it from the actual arm. So this here, 19 mil. I'm going to remove that one, then I'm going to remove them from the actual body here, as you can see. From the, going to remove that. I am going to replace it anyway, but I'll do that in another video. Right, so it's a 19 mil this. When I did the other side, it completely ruined the actual nut. So I'm not really holding out much hope for this one either, but we'll soon see. Oh, Jesus. Oh, that was tough. Warm as well. I mean, very hot. That's very hot, that nut. But, right. On there. I'll show you the bushings dead quick. They're not acting too bad on this side. Tell you what, that was tough. That was on solid. Again, it is what it is. It's got to be done. It's getting replaced. It's getting replaced either way. Right, so they're both 17. This one and this one both 17. I'm gonna just undo these, and then you got a washer as well. So basically what I'm going to do now is just thread them both so I know when I come back, there already is one unit. Right, there we are. That's separated. Now pull it off that, and as you can see, as you can see now, this is all separated. So, if I'm honest, looking at that, they're not too bad, you know. The joint here is pretty solid, you know. Pretty solid. Oh, looking on that side, a bit perished on that side, but we have got others. Right, so it's off. Everything's dangling now, which is. I'll rest it on top of the anti-roll bar. This is all here. Again, steering arm, which I'm just going to cut off when I get home. So some power tools. Yeah, how rusty it is. Top mounts. They're not in too bad condition. I'm going to replace them with brand new ones. Right, that's how it's currently looking. So we're going to install the inserts, springs, and new top mounts and all that. Yeah. First of all, let's clean it and paint it. Right, I just beat it off, and it's off. So look at that. Let's take this off, and we'll also take that bracket off as well. Once I've done that, I'm going to take the actual and that, and I'm going to paint it. not in bad condition. Could be reused, but like I said, I bought new ones. Right, so now let's have a look at this dead quick. As you can see, we've got the original and the embark ones, size wise, going from the top to the bottom. I'll probably set it at the bottom, the highest point, the lowest point, 36 centimeters compared to the highest to the lowest. I'd probably say this one's about 31.5, so quite a decent drop there. Obviously you can see here how these coils are a lot closer together than them ones. If you think of the 3 coils here, 1, 2, 3 compared to 3 there, massive difference in total. We'll go from here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So there's extra coil on that as well, just for part numbers wise. Hopefully you can see that. Right. The bin it goes. So basically that's how you pretty much take the spring off. I didn't want to I didn't want to spend too long unwinding the spring, so that's why I was like, you know what, leave it, I'll just do a few seconds. We're going to take off the damper now, and as you can see, it's not like a conventional damper, it's an insert. Now there is oil in here, down there, so when you unscrew it, make sure you just be careful, so just bear with me a sec. So there's actually a tool to get this off. I believe it inserts into here. It inserts into there, but I'm going to be honest, you don't need it. You don't need it. What I'm using is these. Like I said, I've already done one. I know how they work. You're going to grip it around there. I'm just going to twist it off now. I'm going to try and do this on the floor. So just bear with me. There we are. There we are. Fantastic. So as you can see now, comes undone. So basically what we're going to do now is just unscrew it. But like I said, be careful, because you do need this again. Right, oh crap, there we are. There's the oil. So that's what it looks like. So all you got to do is pull it out and then drain the oil, which you're obviously gonna do that in the way you're supposed to do it, like I have. I've just placed it into a bucket. Now from here I'm going to clean it. I'm going to sand it down with a grinder and then paint it. Right, so basically what I'm going to do now is grind it all down with a wire brush. I'm going to get all the in between. I am going to put this on a time lapse, so because you obviously don't need to listen to it all. Right, so as you can see, stripped it down, and from the last shot I broke my tripod again. Right, so as you can see, I've taped off a couple of bits, especially at the top, around the bearing. So what we're going to do now, we're going to paint it in the Hammerite white. Now I've done this with the rear axle as well, so, and it's not long been done, so I've not drove it since I've done that. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to put it on a time lapse again, just to just so again you don't have to really see it painting. Right, so I've now painting of this, and as you can see, it is white. Again, the reason I've done it white is because everyone does it black, so why not? So basically what I'm going to do now is I'm going to insert the shock and put the spring on and then install it into the car. So what you're pretty much going to watch me do now is just basically install it, install the component. So I'll just get on with it. Shouldn't take too long. I've already compressed the springs, and yeah, that's pretty much it. So shall we get on with this? Right, so there's the shocks. Obviously I've already done one side already, so here it is, your insert with the collar. Now what I will say about these is, how can I put this? You can't just insert the top nut. Yep, as you can see there. When you order these, I'm just undoing this while I'm speaking to you. When you order them from Gaz, they presume that yours just fit. Now, so that one there is from the old one, and this one here is from the new one. Now I'll show you the old one. Now if you try and fit this, it won't go further than that. Yeah, see? But if you do this one here, just leave it. If you do this one here, you can see it spins on freely. And the reason is because Gaz, their thread is actually smaller than the original. So I went through a load of emailing with Gaz, and they was like, it should just fit. We've been supplying this for years, and it should just fit. So basically, what you need to do with your original or a new one, because I've ordered obviously new top mounts, you need to rethread it. So I think the original top mount is an M12 times 1.5, and Gaz, they're a M12 times 1.25. So basically you need to rethread this to the smaller size. Now you can actually get it off Amazon for about £6 the rethreader, what they call taps, a tap. So you can just buy that off eBay, and you get two for £6. Especially if you're in Britain. I'm sure you can get it cheaper if you're in other countries. So that's what I recommend, because like you've just seen then, unless you've got an impact gun and it's going to rethread for you, then you're going to struggle like I did. And I struggled like this for a few weeks, trying to figure out, what am I doing wrong? You know, I emailed Gaz, I even bought bigger sizes just to find, I think, have I done something wrong here? But no. So I'll just go over that again. The original here is from the actual my car. That's M12.1.5, and the new one, so I'll just get it off again, which I had to rethread, is M12 times 1.25. 1 second, just getting it off. So there's a new one. I'll try and show you from, as you might be able to see, that I had to rethread it, and it doesn't look amazing, but it works, you know what I mean, and it's not loose or anything like that. So if you're using these inserts, make sure you get a rethreader. Yeah, so let's install that now. Right, so it's only took 2 days to do that. 2 days. I'll go over it dead quick what happened. I threaded the bolt onto the top. Let me just pull this down. There we are. Right, so I put this on there, and then like an idiot, you know, when you think about it now, you think, what an idiot. I threaded that onto there, and then I was hitting the top of this, it threaded that, so I was like, oh great. But as you can see, it's already on there now. The cap, it's all flattened out. So what I did is I got my monkey wrench, and I just tightened this up, so that's all on now. So what we're going to do now is we're going to put the spring on, and hopefully, fingers crossed, it works out fine. So I'm just going to pull this up now. I'm just going to do it off camera. So as you can see, it's on there now. So when you're doing this again, there's a groove there. Focus, there's a groove there. Make sure that's in the groove. Then the washer that went with it goes on first. So, oh sorry, no it doesn't. That's a lie. That goes on first. So I'm just doing that. Currently, just doing that now. See up here a bit more. Push that down. There we are. Then that goes on. So dust boot, washer, let's pull this back up again. There we are. And then the cap, and then your top mount. So bear with me a second. So as I'm doing that, I'm going to fasten this up. And as you can probably appreciate, it is tough with one hand. So I'm going to do that. I'll get back to you in a minute. Right, so you can see that's fastened on. It does spin freely. Let me see if I can get it on a good angle. It does spin freely. That's there. Just needs a good clean up now. I'm going to unfasten these, and then I'll show you when it's finished. That bit I'm sure you don't really need to see me unscrew these, so I'll be back in a minute. Right, full unit done. Let's stick it back on the car. Right, so as you can see, it's in. Now what I'm going to do now is drive shaft in. ball joint in? No. Can I set you up in a place where you can see and it look fairly decent? Right, so fasten them bolts up now. Put a new one on there. They're all fastened up. I will torque them up when the wheels are on the ground with it. So washer in there, tighten them up. Again, you can only do it so far. 30mm. You can only do it so far because if not, this is going to spin. It's a little bit wobbly. Maybe if I fasten it up, it's. If not, again, not too much of an issue to replace. So next job, the brakes are going to go on. Brake calipers. Got a dust shield already, which will be done in the next video. So let's fasten these on. Which way did it go? So in the next video, we're going to be going over the brakes and the brake upgrade. That's why I've not really fastened them on, because I'm going to be doing it right now. But you're going to have to wait. So pretty much everything's been tightened up now. Once I've got the brakes on it, the wheels will go back on it, everything will get lowered down, torque to spec, but you'll see that in the next video. So make sure you like and subscribe, and you'll figure out what brake upgrade we're going. We're not just going with the same size. So watch along. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Bye bye.